Keeping your body healthy is an expression of gratitude to the whole cosmos, the trees, the clouds, everything.
When health is absent, wisdom cannot reveal itself, strength cannot fight, wealth becomes useless, and intelligence cannot be applied.
Those who think they have not the time for bodily exercise will, sooner or later, have to find time for illness.
If anything is sacred, the human body is sacred.
The Lifebook journey is going to take us to some very interesting places. We're definitely going off the beaten path during the course of this program. You're going to find yourself in some brand new and exciting territory because you're going to be thinking about some things that most people never think about. I mean, most people have never considered the specific character traits that they want to build into their lives or the emotional states that they'd like to enjoy on a daily basis. Most of us have never defined exactly what we see as our own personal spiritual path, or brought any consciousness to why our mind is so important and what can be done to keep it functioning at its highest potential. Most people have never thought deeply about exactly what money is, where it comes from, and how wealth is created. So a lot of what we're going to be doing during the course of this program will be fascinating and exciting and new. But we're going to start with a category that's all too familiar. The first stop on your Lifebook journey is the category of health and fitness. And that's a category we all have experience with. And for many of us, that experience has not been good, because many of us have tried and failed to make lasting positive change in this incredibly important area of life. There is just so much noise out there, so much confusion, so much hype, so many contradictions, so many broken promises. We have seen thousands and thousands of ads. We've seen thousands of before and after pictures. So we buy the thing, whatever it is, but we seldom get the results that are promised. We have seen everything and we've tried everything. So by now, we should be completely jaded. But here's the thing. We don't want to give up hope. We want to believe the promises, even though at some level, we probably know that they're not true. So what many of us are left with is a negative cycle, the cycle of guilt and low self-esteem because of our past failures. And that leaves us open and vulnerable to even more puffed up promises, which gives us hope again, and then we try again, and then we experience failure and disappointment again and again and again. Maybe you can relate to this. And if so, trust me, I know where you're coming from, because I think we've all tried and failed at some point in the health and fitness category. But I'm going to tell you why the Lifebook process will give you the very best possible chance of succeeding in the health and fitness category, even if nothing has worked for you before. During your Lifebook experience, you're going to be doing some deep thinking about your own life. And that's going to change some things for you on a fundamental level. You're going to get clear about what you believe about the category of health and fitness. And that's important because your beliefs control your behavior. You're going to get absolute clarity on what you really want in this area of your life, all things considered. And you're going to get deeply in touch with why you want it. Then you'll create an action plan that defines exactly what you need to do to make your vision a reality. Now, that's not someone else's vision, someone else's beliefs, someone else's motivations, or someone else's strategies. Those are yours. You're going to go deep, and you're going to take responsibility for this area of your life, maybe for the first time. But I'll tell you, that still may not be enough to break through to the lasting positive change you're really after. The reason you're going to succeed this time, even if you've never managed to achieve success in this category before, has to do with the other 11 categories of your life that we're going to explore deeply during the course of this program. This is the secret of Lifebook. For instance, one of the categories we're going to explore is the category of your character. Who are you deep down? And what kind of a person would you really like to become? You're going to get clear on the virtues that you want to build into your inner nature. And one powerful virtue that you might choose to work on is self-discipline. Another might be determination, or maybe you'd like to develop a little more self-love or self-confidence. Well, these virtues are exactly what you need to help you achieve your vision for your health and fitness. You're not going to build these virtues into your life specifically because you want to get in better shape. You're going to do it in the character category for a completely different reason, because you want to be that way, because that's part of the vision of the person you want to become. But the virtues that you choose to install while you are examining the character category will powerfully support your vision for your health and fitness. We're going to explore your spirituality deeply, maybe deeper than you've ever gone before. And during that process, you might connect with the idea that your body is a temple. It's the most precious gift that you've ever been given, and it should be treated accordingly. If you come to that conclusion while you're looking at your spiritual life, that realization is going to powerfully support your health and fitness vision. During the course of this program, you'll define what your ideal love relationship looks like and feels like. Now, might one aspect of your ideal love life be to look and feel more attractive for your partner? Might your ideal love relationship include a more exciting sex life, or amazing adventures with your love, like hiking the Inca Trail or running a half marathon, or other wonderful experiences that entail being in better shape? Well, that's going to support your vision for your health and fitness. When you think about the kind of a parent that you'd like to be, might that include setting a good example for your kids about how to treat the one body that you've been given to make it through life? I mean, they need to know how to take care of themselves. Are you going to be an example of how it's done, or are you going to be an example of how not to do it? During the course of the Lifebook program, you're going to deeply examine your career and your financial life. And if you're like most of us, you're probably going to want to make more money. Now, let me ask you a question. If you had more energy to bring to your career, if you had the ability to think more clearly, to stay grounded and focused and centered during turbulent times, do you think that would help you make more money? Of course it would. These are the benefits that you get from increased health and fitness. Here's the point. By the end of the Lifebook program, your vision for your health and fitness is going to be deeply connected to literally everything else in your life. It's going to get support from every single area of your life, and it's going to support every other area of your life as well. You're going to be doing so much more than just setting a bunch of goals during the course of this program. You're even going to do more than creating a compelling vision for your future. What you're really doing during Lifebook is you're custom designing a new self-concept. And that self-concept will absolutely include, among other things, higher levels of health and fitness. Every other area of your life is going to support your vision for this area. And your vision for this area is going to support every other category. You're going to lock it in. You're going to lock it in at an unprecedented level. By the end of Lifebook, you're going to be integrated and aligned in ways that you can't even imagine right now. And that is why this is going to work for you, even if nothing else has. There's not a single aspect of your life that your physical health doesn't affect. It's intimately connected with everything else. The way you feel emotionally, the way you think, the way you view yourself, the way others view you, your financial life, everything in your life is affected by your health and fitness. And so our Lifebook journey begins here, for two very important reasons. First, a win here is a win everywhere. You want to create a huge positive surge in every area of your life in one move, this is the category to focus on. Your health and fitness is the base. It's the foundation. Getting this category really dialed in gives you a tremendous advantage, and it sets the stage for success everywhere in your life. The second reason is this. The health and fitness category is relatively simple, or can be. Now, that doesn't mean easy, it means simple. There's a way to remove a lot of the confusion. Because in the absence of serious physiological problems, success primarily comes down to two things: what you put into your body and how you use your body. These two factors represent 80 to 90% of the game, and we're going to get to that deeply in the strategy section. So are you ready to explore the first category of Lifebook? Okay, then let's begin. And now, it's time to define your foundational premise for the health and fitness category. Now remember, a premise is a belief upon which other beliefs are based. These foundational beliefs are going to influence your thoughts, and they're going to empower your actions from this point forward. So it's super important to pick really, really good, empowering beliefs. I'll begin by sharing my premise for my health and fitness with you. Now, please remember, these are my personal beliefs. I'm not proposing this as universal truth. This is my truth. These beliefs may make sense to you, or they may not. If you're in a different place in this category than I am, if you're an Olympic athlete, or if you happen to have a disability, these beliefs may not apply to you. It's up to you to define your own premise in this area of your life. I have 4 foundational beliefs that make up my premise for health and fitness. Here's the first one. I believe that nothing in life is more important than my physical health, so my physiology comes first. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "The first wealth is health." My health and fitness affects everything in my life. The way I feel, the way I perform, the way I think, the way I parent, everything in my life is intimately tied to my health and fitness. So it's of paramount importance to me. I feel fantastic when I'm lean and strong. I feel more confident, I feel more energetic, more attractive, just more together as a person. My entire posture changes when I'm feeling healthy and strong. Here's the second belief in my premise. I believe that my body was designed to be well. I believe that the human body is a self-healing and self-regulating organism. If I take care of my body, and if I give it what it needs to thrive, it will stay healthy naturally. I just don't see myself as a guy who opens his medicine cabinet and has 12 different prescription drugs staring him in the face. My body doesn't need a bunch of drugs to regulate itself and to make it through the day. I believe that my body was designed to be well and that it can heal itself if I simply take good care of it. Here's my third belief. I am in control of my physical destiny. Achieving extraordinary physical fitness is a lifestyle choice, and it requires conscious, specific, and consistent action. Interestingly enough, I've discovered over the years that it's not the big choices that tend to move the needle in this category. It's the small daily choices that I make regarding what to put into my body and what I do with my body that determine my physical condition. And I'm in control of these decisions. It takes a relatively high level of consciousness. It takes continuous vigilance to stay on course, because this is one of those things where you can do fantastic all day long for like 12 or 14 straight hours, and then you can completely ruin it all at the end of the night in 10 minutes by binge eating a bunch of cake or ice cream. So I've got to be vigilant, but I am in control. And just so you know, you're going to be hearing that theme in every category. I am in control of this area of my life. Here's the fourth belief that makes up my premise. Although I can't control my chronological age, I can control my physical condition. I can exercise a tremendous amount of control over how my body ages biologically. I mean, we all know that guy who's young at 60, and we all know that guy who's old at 40, right? The difference is biological age, which is usually tied to lifestyle choices, and most of us have a lot of control over that. I can make choices in this category of my life that makes my body age more slowly, or in some cases, even reverses the aging process. And if I do that consistently, I'm going to live longer, and I'm going to have a much higher quality of life while I'm here. So those are the beliefs that control my behavior in the category of health and fitness. But your life book isn't about my beliefs, it's about your beliefs. So it's imperative that you get in touch with your own beliefs here. However, I got to tell you, I've done a lot of study, I've done a lot of thinking about these issues. So if I state a belief that totally resonates with you during the course of this program, you should definitely feel free to use it and make it yours. You can modify it if you have to, you can take it the way it is, or if it doesn't work for you, throw it out the window and install your own beliefs. Lifebook is about taking responsibility for defining what you think, what you want, why you want it, and what you need to do to get it in every category of your life. So what do you believe about your own health and fitness? Do you believe that you have control over your physical destiny? If so, get it into your life book. If not, throw it out and define what you do believe about your health and fitness. Let's turn now to the wisdom of the Lifebook community. Here are some beautiful health and fitness premise statements from Lifebook members worldwide. It's effortless for me to stay in perfect health. I'm naturally fit, and my body is designed specifically for the life I want to live. I believe in listening to my body. It knows what it needs in terms of food and what exercise and movements it needs. My body is intelligent, and it knows how to heal itself. I exclusively control the outcomes in this category of my life. Discipline and dedication are what manifests the results I want. My body is a blessing and a wonder. I trust the wisdom of my body. My body is, by nature, full of energy and self-healing power. I absolutely never get sick. My innate intelligence knows how to keep my body well. The choices I will make either aid or hinder this process. My health is up to me. My body is a gift, so I will love it for all the days we're together. My body has a divine intelligence to solve all physical errors and illnesses. Excellent health equals true freedom. In a few minutes, you're going to be defining the vision for the ideal you. Now, that vision is going to be based on these beliefs. So don't limit your vision by limiting these beliefs. Choose beliefs that move you at a deep level and will really empower you to create an incredible vision for yourself. You're going to build the whole category on these beliefs. So find the courage to draw a line in the sand right now and say, this is who I am. This is what I stand for in the area of health and fitness. You can change your story right here, right now, and forever. I'm not just saying that to sound good, I mean it. You can really change your story right now when you decide that you're going to start believing today, right now, that nothing is more important than your health and fitness, that you're in control of this category, and that you're going to exercise that control. Well, that could change everything for you. I mean, if you really believed that, those beliefs will pull you forward toward your ideal health and fitness vision every single day. Take a few minutes now and define your premise for the category of health and fitness. Years ago, Missy and I were traveling in Turkey. We were exploring the ruins of ancient Ephesus, the temples of Pergamon, the mosques and bazaars of Istanbul, and we had a really awesome tour guide whose name was Ilker. He was a great guy, and he was very, very knowledgeable about the history in that part of the world. We were having lunch with Ilker by the sea one day, and somehow we got around to discussing the category of health and fitness. He told us, we have a saying in Turkey, a man without a belly is like a house without a balcony. It's a cute little saying. It's humorous, but at the same time, it's a vision for health and fitness. It was a vision that a lot of people in that part of the world shared, and it was a vision that Ilker had manifested in his own life. He had a nice little balcony going on, and he was only 28 years old. Ilker's vision for his body was formed by the culture he lived in. He'd adopted that common vision as his own. We've seen this all over the world. Cultures where the vast majority of people smoke. It's a common vision. Cultures where the norm is obesity. America is one of the fattest countries in the world right now, and our friends in Europe and South America are not that far behind. With a very few exceptions, it's probably not a good idea to unconsciously adopt the vision of your culture in the area of health and fitness. Because in many ways, the cards are stacked against us in this category of life. I mean, so much of our culture is set up to knock us off track in this area. If you make a commitment to optimal health and fitness, you're definitely going to be bucking the system. You're going to be disrupting the status quo. I mean, just look around you. Our society currently produces a whole lot more sick, overweight, depressed people than it does healthy, happy ones. And one of the biggest reasons is that our society is wired to make people sick, to make people overweight and depressed. There are some very powerful and wealthy special interests making billions and billions of dollars on the status quo. So if you're going to go along with the cultural norms they've established, fast food for lunch every day, sleeping pills to get to sleep at night, antibiotics for every sniffle, processed food packed with stuff that's horrible for your body, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to get sick, you're going to get fat, you're going to get depressed, probably without even realizing it, because it looks perfectly normal. It's happening to so many people around you. Getting sick all the time is the new norm. Obesity is the new norm. Diabetes, heart disease, cancer, depression, the new norm. Well, it may be the norm, but it's not normal. It's crazy. And the health of our culture has been hijacked. We need to seriously consider opting out of that system and creating a better world for ourselves and our families. And it all starts by taking control of our vision for our health and fitness. So what is your ideal vision for yourself in this category? If you could have anything you want in the area of health and fitness, what would it be? My vision for my own health and fitness comes down to 4 things. Here's the first. Being in great physical shape is my identity. It's who I am as a person. Eating right and exercising are an indispensable part of my lifestyle, an absolutely necessary part of my daily routine. I could not imagine a life without daily exercise and high-quality nutrition. I'll always take great care of myself because that's just who I am. High levels of health and fitness have literally become a part of my identity as a human being. Here's the second part of my health and fitness vision. I choose to be a strong, muscular athlete for the rest of my life. That's how I see myself. I plan to maintain the body weight and the waist size that I've had since my 20s. Now, who says I can't do that? It's up to me. There's no one that's going to stop me from doing that. I will continue to improve my aerobic capacity, my strength, and my flexibility as time goes by. It's a big part of my vision. The fourth part of my health and fitness vision has to do with living for a very long time. I'm planning to live to be 100 years old. Yes, I might get hit by a bus tomorrow, but I'm not expecting that. I'm planning to live to be at least 100. And I want those years to be very high-quality years. So I'm going to take really good care of myself. Now, I'll say it again and again and again because it's absolutely critical to the Lifebook experience This is my vision for my own health and fitness. Embracing the Lifebook process means you need to define yours. Maybe you see yourself as a sexy size 6. Maybe you see yourself as someone who's big and muscular with 20-inch biceps. Or maybe your ideal vision is to be lean and thin with less than 10% body fat. Or maybe your vision isn't associated with numbers at all. Maybe it has to do with feeling great, feeling strong and flexible and energized every day. What is your vision for your own health and fitness? How do you see yourself? How do you want to feel every day? How high can you get yourself to raise the bar in this area? How far are you willing to go? Let's hear from the wisdom of the Lifebook community now. Here are some great health and fitness vision statements from Lifebook members worldwide. My body is strong, powerful, and resilient. My health and wellness glow from within and from without, radiating true beauty. My greatest wish is to feel amazing, look great, and live an enriched, fulfilled life. I have the mental and physical strength to live every single moment to the fullest and not be crippled by poor choices. I am fit, slim, healthy, pure, vibrant, youthful, strong, and flexible. I'm full of energy, vitality, and radiate beauty. I always take the right, fun actions for my health and fitness. My health and vitality is a bottomless well of energy, unmatched and unending. I only crave beautiful, lean, clean, colorful, organic fuel to feed this beautiful organism. Deep sleep every night, a strong immune system, a strong self-healing power, all organs working well and smoothly, my mind at ease and clear. I embody the full potential of the human structure to run, jump, carry, throw, crawl, climb, and play, enjoying a life of grace and ease in movement, comfortable in all environments. I will be a strong, fit, energetic, and feminine athlete for the rest of my life. My body and physical appearance exudes abundant strength, power, and health. My extraordinary level of internal health shows on the outside. I look great, I radiate positive energy, I think clearly, and I feel amazing. Let's do a short exercise now. Take a deep breath and close your eyes for just a minute. Imagine yourself with your ideal body. What would you look like? What would you feel like? Imagine the ideal you. Maybe you're playing on the beach, playing and splashing around with your lover, maybe your children. You're in shape. You're in really good shape. You feel energetic and strong. You feel healthy and happy. How do you see yourself right now? How does it feel to look and feel fantastic and full of health and vitality? Just hold that mental picture in your mind for a moment. What you're seeing in your mind right now, that is what you want to articulate and clarify. Don't be afraid, these are just words on paper, but they have immense power. So give yourself permission to ask for what you really want in this category of your life. You owe it to yourself. You deserve this. Take a few moments now and outline your thoughts on your ideal vision for your health and fitness. Now that you've given some thought to what you want in this category, it's time to define why you want it. Because it's your purpose that will determine whether or not you make that vision a reality. Because most people know how to lose weight, right? Eat less and move around more. That's pretty much the how. It's the why that will determine whether or not you're actually going to do it. In order to achieve lasting positive change in this category or in any other category of your life, you've got to get leverage on yourself. You've got to make your purpose more powerful than any of those daily temptations that are going to inevitably come up to knock you off track. If your why is weak, anything can derail you. But if your purpose is strong enough, you can transcend just about any challenge and take it out of play. Over the years, we've seen 3 big reasons why people fail in this area of their lives. The first is, I don't know. The second is, I don't care. And the third is, I can't help myself. Now let's take a look at each of these reasons one at a time. The first reason is, I literally don't know that 2 double cheeseburgers and a large fry and a big gulp and a supersized Snickers for dessert is a nutritionally inferior meal. I literally don't know that if I do that to myself every day, I'm going to end up in a bad place. No one ever taught me that that stuff was bad for me. It's what I see all around me. People are doing this every single day. It's normal. And I'm simply ignorant of the fact that there might be a better alternative than to living like this. I mean, when Missy and I were in our 20s, we used to feed our kids a 6-pack of donuts and a glass of orange juice for breakfast and a can of SpaghettiOs for lunch. I mean, we just didn't know. We didn't know enough about nutrition. Here's the second reason that people fail. I know that stuff isn't very good for me, but I just don't care. I don't care enough to change my behavior, and I'm going to do it anyway. I had a brother who lived like that. He didn't live for very long, but while he was alive, his deal was, I know this isn't very good for me, drinking too much, smoking, taking drugs, a dozen tacos for dinner, and a 6-pack every night. I'm fully aware that I'm being self-destructive right now. I just don't care. I'll bet every one of us can remember a time in our lives where we knew what we were doing in the moment was unhealthy, but we went ahead and did it anyway, right? So we can all relate to that. Here's the third reason that people fail in this category. Lack of self-control. I know this is bad. I know it's self-destructive or whatever. And I really do care, but I just can't help myself. I know I shouldn't be doing this, and I wish I wasn't doing it, but I'm doing it. And this one is really awful because there's all kinds of icky emotions involved, like shame and guilt, lack of self-esteem, frustration. We can all relate to that too, right? Well, look. You can either continue to struggle with one or more of these challenges every day for the rest of your life, or you can literally transcend them and take them out of play by getting your purpose on. Because I'm telling you right now that a strong enough purpose will wipe out any obstacle, internal or external, that stands in between you and your goals. So how do we get our purpose on? How do we create a purpose for this category that's so compelling that it will wipe out any roadblock, any challenge that's standing in between us and our vision for our health and fitness? Well, here's how it's done. And I'm going to use the example of wanting to lose weight and get in really, really great shape. But you can use this technique on any positive change that you want to make in pretty much any area of your life. It's the carrot and the stick approach, beginning with the stick. Start by taking a deep breath and center yourself. What you want to do is you want to acknowledge the real pain that you're experiencing in your life because of this behavior you want to change, both pain in the present and pain in the future. What does it do to your self-esteem to be overweight, to know that you're not in control of this area of your life, that you're not living at the level you should be? What kind of an example are you setting for your kids? I mean, don't they deserve to see a good example in this area of their lives? How is this behavior holding you back in your life? What's the price that you're paying daily in every important area of your life for this negative behavior. This exercise isn't easy, but if you really want it to work, you've got to go deep into it and you got to feel the pain. I mean, do you feel unworthy of having a healthy body? Because if so, this is where you want to hit it head on. How much pain are you experiencing now because of this behavior? And what is the real pain that's headed your way in the future? If you eat or drink too much, if you smoke, if you're holding yourself together with prescription drugs, guess what? Your body may fall apart if you don't change. And what's that going to mean for your spouse or your partner? What's it going to do to your family? What's it going to mean for your kids? Are you on a path right now that's going to end in ruined relationships or a seriously compromised quality of life? Look, you know you need to change. Why are you committed to doing whatever it takes to make that change happen? You've got to be as hardcore with yourself as you possibly can be here. You got to make it scary and you got to keep it real. You're not doing this to torture yourself. This is coming from a place of true self-love because this is what it's going to take to get you to get a grip on this area of your life and to make lasting, permanent, positive change. So what you want to do is you want to write down every example you can think of the present and the future negative impact of not changing. That's step one. And then we turn to the carrot. You want to turn your thinking to what you're going to gain if you're able to free yourself from this bad behavior that you haven't been able to shake and make a permanent positive change. Describe the vision of the new you and your new life free from this anchor. How awesome would that be? How would it make you feel about yourself if you finally won this battle once and for all? If you were 40 pounds lighter, if you looked 5 or 10 years younger, if you felt great inside, what would that do for your love life? What would that do for your sex life? How would you feel if you were really setting a great example for your kids in this area? How much more integrity would you have? How much more self-esteem would you have if you were living a 12-category smart life? So here's where you want to go into the vision of the new you, that beautiful vision of you unchained from this negative behavior, deserving of happiness. You want to see it and feel it and let it wash over you. That is how to get your purpose on, in this or any other category of your life. You've just got to get in touch with the immense price that you're paying every single day for not changing and the new life that's waiting for you when you do. And I'm telling you, once you have flipped that switch in your emotional body and proven to yourself that this behavior simply isn't worth it, it's game over. You've won the battle. And then it's literally just a matter of going through the motions required to achieve your goal. I've seen a strong purpose break lifelong habits that nothing else could break, including smoking, which is one of the most addictive, destructive, sneaky habits there is. I've seen it many, many times. All you have to do is dial that purpose statement in, make it emotional, and read it every day for a week with feeling, and you're going to see how powerful this technique is. Here's my purpose for achieving incredible health and fitness in my life. I want to live a longer life, and I want to live a better life. I want to maximize my life experience in every way. I want to create the energy that I need to accomplish my goals in life. And I've got big goals, so I need a lot of energy. I really need my body underneath me. I want to look and feel as young as I can for the rest of my life. And I see myself as being one of those old guys who can go up Mount Everest. I want to be the best I can for myself, for my family, and for the world. That is why I do what I do in this category. These reasons energize me. Thinking about these things makes me want to take just a few bites less at every meal, or push my workouts a little harder. And over time, living that way becomes a habit. It becomes a lifestyle, so I don't really even have to think about it. I mean, I work out every day. Whether I want to or not really doesn't even enter the picture. It's just what I do. And by the way, I usually want to, because I've developed such a positive association with exercise. Let's turn now to the wisdom of the Lifebook community. Here are some beautiful health and fitness purpose statements from Lifebook members worldwide. My purpose is to stay young and sexy, to maximize my abilities and energy, and to stay away from doctors and hospitals. My excellent health allows me to have a high degree of mental and emotional fitness and to realize my true character and spirituality. I want to set a stellar example for my children of what it means to be a self-responsible, conscious human being. I will show them what it means to deeply respect life, longevity, and happiness. I will stay in extraordinary physical shape, so my lover will never be able to get enough of me. I want him to feel like he's the luckiest man in the world to have me. My purpose is to embody youthfulness and to inspire others to reshape their beliefs about aging, to be pain-free in old age, and to enjoy it all. I want to make my wife proud of her husband's beautiful body. I want the freedom to do all the things I love to do: climb, ride, hike, ski, to feel incredibly sexy in my body, and to have a wildly abundant sex life. I am more in love with me every day as I grow stronger, sexier, more vibrant, and resilient. I really am the very best I can be. I am free to be more, do more, and live more. So what are some of the deepest, most compelling reasons that you can think of for wanting to achieve your ideal health and fitness vision? Do you want to set a better example for your kids? Do you want to live longer so you can enjoy more time with them? Do you want to have more energy? Do you want to be able to think more clearly? Do you want to be sexier for your mate? Look, this is going to take work. Why do you want to do that work? What benefits will you get? What is your why? Take a few moments now and define the purpose for your health and fitness category. When it comes to the health and fitness category, many people, maybe even most people, live their lives on autopilot. They just go about their day unconsciously, and they make their decisions based on short-term pleasure in the moment, with no thought to the results that their actions are going to get them later in life. But when you understand the relationship that exists between your health and your life, the quality of your life, the length of your life, when you allow yourself to become truly conscious of that, it leaves you with a choice to make regarding your actions. I mean, exercising and eating right can feel like a sacrifice, a price to pay. But guess what? Reality leaves us with a choice. Pay now or pay later. If you don't make time to exercise and eat right now, you're going to have to make time to be sick later. If you decide to do the things that are unhealthy continuously, you've got to be willing to accept the consequences. Now, most of us don't like thinking about that because it's not a pleasant thing to think about, but it's so true. Everything in life is a trade-off, and it's up to you to decide if the trade-off is worth it. Now, personally, I want to enjoy a very healthy lifestyle because I know it's going to add quality and quantity to my life. But I'm not going to live like a cloistered monk either. I mean, I'm not going to live on twigs and berries and not enjoy my life. I'm conscious that sugar isn't very good for me, but that's not going to stop me from having dessert. I'm usually able to exercise discipline. I'm usually able to keep it modest and reasonable. Because look, I want to enjoy my life, so that trade-off is worth it to me. Smoking is not a trade-off I'm willing to make. The key is to find the right balance. You probably don't need to exercise the discipline of an Olympic athlete to have the life you want. Maybe you do, I don't know. Probably don't. But you don't want to be unhealthy, you don't want to be compromised, you don't want to be dysfunctional either. The trick is to decide consciously where you want to land in this category. Get clear on your vision, and then do the things to make that vision a reality. When you closed your eyes, and when you thought about your ideal vision for this category of your life, what did you see? Maybe you had a crystal clear picture of the body you once had, how strong and healthy you were back then. Or maybe you saw yourself in shape for the very first time in your life. If you could have exactly what you want in this category, all things considered, what would it look like for you? Now let me ask you this. Where are you now in relationship to that vision? What's your starting point? It's very important to know your starting point because your strategy is figuring out what you need to do to get from where you are now to where you really want to be. What actions do you need to take to close that gap? What's the recipe for the vision that you want to create? It's time to define your strategy for your health and fitness. Now, when it comes to creating a health and fitness strategy, I'm just going to come right out and say it. Your exercise program and your meal plan are probably the two most important things you can focus on. Now look, it is very rare during your Lifebook journey that you'll ever hear me make a statement like that. Because every person's different, every Lifebook is different, and there is no one right strategy for everyone in any area of life. However, I know that most people can't win in this category without winning in these two areas. When it comes to your health and fitness, meal planning and exercise will be 80 to 90% of the game. In the absence of serious physiological problems or impairment, if you nail these two aspects of your health and fitness, you will most likely nail this entire category. So, strategy number 1, I will create the ideal meal plan for me. Strategy number 2, I will create the ideal exercise program for me. Let's take a look at your meal plan. If you've raised the bar high enough in this category and really brought it to your vision, there's no way you can achieve it without discovering how to eat right for your particular body type. And that's what your meal plan is all about. Now, if you're like most people, you might not know what that is right now. You might not even know where to start. Your goal today is not to construct your ideal meal plan. You just don't have the resources in front of you to do that right now. Your job today is commit to making it happen and decide the steps that you're going to need to take to get it done. Now, as we've already discussed, this category can be very confusing and convoluted and complex. There's a ton of information out there, and a lot of it is contradictory. There are a million different things you could try. But look, it doesn't have to be complicated. You can take a very basic, common sense approach, which is exactly what Missy and I did. Years ago, we studied health and nutrition just enough to learn what we needed to know to apply it to our lives. We went to a wellness center and we learned our metabolic type, or sometimes it's called our nutritional type. See, everybody metabolizes food differently, and knowing your body type is going to help you determine what kind of foods are right for you, what percentage of protein, carbs, and healthy fats you need in your diet. Learning how to eat properly for my body type, both in quantity and in quality of food, literally changed my life. And it wasn't that hard to make the choices that were necessary. For my body type, a healthy plate of food consists of lean meat and green vegetables. What I need to limit is starch. Now, I love pasta. I love rice and I love potatoes, and I'd probably eat pasta at every single meal if I let myself run rampant. But I love lean meat and I love green vegetables too. So I quickly figured out how to enjoy my new meal plan. And I'm not too hardcore about it. I'll have pasta every once in a while. But just knowing what the right foods were for me and getting the information I needed and then applying a small amount of discipline and moderation yielded huge results in my life. You can get someone to help you if you need it. You can get some solid consultation. You can find a nutritionalist at a health club or at a wellness center. Or you can find a book online or an audio program if that makes sense to you and you can do it that way. You might have to experiment a little bit to get your ideal meal plan in place, but I'm telling you from personal experience, it is so worth it. So what do you need to do to get your healthy meal plan in place? You could make it a goal, then define exactly what steps you need to take to get it done. I will create the ideal meal plan for me by consulting a nutritionist at a gym, or by going to a wellness center, or by getting online and buying a book, whatever works for you. The single best nutritional strategy that Missy and I have ever discovered over the years is our green smoothies. Missy has this amazing recipe where she makes a concoction that's so healthy, it literally gives us everything we need for our nutrition in one fell swoop. It's like a liquid salad, and it ensures us that we're getting the greens we need as well as the healthy fats we need. So we load up on green smoothies and on vegetable juice every single day. And it's one of the only nutritional supplement strategies that I've ever personally encountered that I can actually feel in my body. Instantly, I feel the energy. This strategy guarantees us that we're getting the nutrition that we need on a daily basis. Okay, let's look at your exercise program now. What do you need to do to put your ideal exercise program in place? When I was in my 20s, I realized that it was time for me to make a decision. Like everyone else, I was going to go one way or the other, and I decided that I wanted to get in shape. I wanted to start lifting weights and put on some muscle, but here's the thing. I didn't know the first thing about resistance training. I had no idea where to start because I'd never done it before in my life. So what I did was I bought a book. It was a photo book by a world-class bodybuilder, and it showed the exercises for each body part step by step. It outlined a weekly routine. So I followed the program that it laid out. I did exactly what it said to do. I worked out 6 days a week, and I actually got the results that it said I would get. And within a couple months, guess what? I actually knew a lot about resistance training. That's how it works. I mean, the information you need is out there, and you can find it if you look. So if you don't have any experience, if you've never really been athletic, don't let that hold you back. Do the work, research it, and discover what you need to do to make it happen. Hire a trainer to help you if you want. Join a gym. Talk to someone who knows, either online or offline. One of the things you want to do is decide how much time you're willing to commit. Is your body worth 45 minutes a day? A half hour? Commit to it and write it down. I will put my ideal exercise program in place by hiring a personal trainer and I'm going to commit 45 minutes a day or 30 minutes a day, whatever it is for you. The two best exercise strategies that Missy and I have ever discovered on our health and fitness journey are the following. Interval training for cardio. It's one of the biggest breakthroughs in exercise physiology of the last couple decades. There's a lot of different ways to do it. You can learn about it online. Interval training. It substantially shortens the duration of a cardio workout, while definitely retaining and even improving its effectiveness. With interval training, you can do a killer workout in as little as 4 minutes. A 20-second sprint, 10 seconds off, 20-second sprint, 10 seconds off. Repeat that 8 times. It's a 4-minute workout that's highly effective. Our second exercise strategy is super slow resistance training. And again, this is a strategy that cuts your workout time considerably while improving your results. After a couple warm-up sets, you just do a long, very slow, very conscious set, 60 to 90 seconds for each body part. All you need is 1 killer set per body part per week, and you're done. It's fast and it's effective, and you can just look up super slow online. These two strategies have cut our workout time down considerably over the years, while keeping our results optimal. Now look, these strategies work for us. We found them, we applied them to our lives, we got great results. You need to find the strategies that are right for you. Now, when you're crafting your exercise program, one of the most important things that you can focus on is actually finding something that you like doing. Find an exercise that you enjoy. Because if you enjoy it, it's obviously going to be easier to get yourself to do it. So maybe it's playing tennis or skiing or dancing or hiking in nature or surfing or yoga. What physical activities would you really enjoy and really look forward to? Get them into your strategy. The results you'll get from handling your meal plan and your exercise program are absolutely huge. Just think about the difference it would make if you were living at a really high level in just those two areas of your life alone. Think about how you'd look and feel and perform. I really encourage you to make a commitment to really focus on these two areas until you're totally on track. Now, you're probably going to have some health and fitness strategies that are important to you over and above meal planning and exercising. Taking care of your skin, dental care, relaxation, massage, getting good sleep, yoga, breath work. Chiropractic care is very important to me in my life. Making sure my nervous system is functioning properly is critical to my overall health and well-being. So getting weekly chiropractic care is definitely a part of my strategy. Meditation is another very high leverage strategy. And I'll tell you, it not only shows up in this category, but it shows up in others as well, including my emotional life and my spiritual life. Meditation not only helps create a positive outlook, it has a positive effect on just about any aspect of human endeavor. So your strategy for this category comes down to this. Where am I now? Where do I want to be? And what do I need to do to get from here to there? Take responsibility for thinking through your own optimal health and fitness program. I know that sounds like a lot, but you can do this. You need to do it. There's no knight in shining armor coming to your rescue. No one's coming to make your life right in this or any other category. It's up to you to shape your life the way you want it to be. Let's turn now to the wisdom of the Lifebook community. Here are some great health and fitness strategies from Lifebook members worldwide. What goes in my body creates my body, so I will always make sure it's beautiful, nutritious, and clean. I will practice hot yoga at least once a week to increase my flexibility and never miss my monthly visits to my chiropractor. I will learn more about natural treatments and healing nutrition. I will dance every morning and practice energy and relaxation exercises in the evening. I will be mindful and grateful regarding food and exercise. I will honor my body and my commitments to it. My recipe for optimum health and wellness is based on consistency. A low-carb diet combined with moderate exercise 3 to 4 times a week is an effective strategy. All my meals are whole foods, fresh, locally grown, nourishing, and satisfying. I love how, when, and why I eat. It's a sensuous experience. Daily meditation, letting go of stress, adequate restorative sleep, and a sensible diet are the keys to my success. My choices define me. When I choose to make my health, fitness, and vitality of utmost importance, I choose life. I will make looking after myself the most important part of my daily routine. Take some time right now and document what you need to do to achieve success in this category of your life. Don't overwhelm yourself. Just identify the 3, 4, maybe 5 most important things you can do to get what you want in this category of your life. What actions do you need to take to get yourself from where you are right now to where you want to go? What is the strategy for your health and fitness?
Every journey, no matter how great, begins with a single step.
You've just done an amazing thing. You've just blocked in your thoughts on your premise, your vision, your purpose, and your strategy for one of the most important areas of your life. Hopefully you've defined some very empowering beliefs, a compelling vision for your future, a strong purpose that gives you the leverage you need to achieve that vision, and you've even begun to define the strategies that are going to get you there. Your life book is starting to take shape now. It might not look like much yet, but just wait. Stay patient, stay in the game, and you're going to see exactly how the life book process is going to change your life. Starts out a little slow, but as these categories start to build on top of each other, this miraculous stacking effect starts to happen that's going to surge your life forward in ways you can't even imagine right now. And you've just taken the first big step. You're really on your way now. In a few minutes, it's going to be time for you to fine-tune and really build out this chapter of your life book. And one of the things that will really bring it to life and create a tremendous emotional connection will be your photographs. You want to bring in photos that illustrate your vision, photos that remind you of your purpose, photos that have deep personal meaning to you. In my health and fitness chapter, I've got a photograph of me in the pool with my wife and kids. And I remember that day. It was in Maui, decades ago. Those little ones in that picture have little ones of their own now. So that picture is really emotional for me because I love that memory. It reminds me of why I do what I do to stay in shape and to stay healthy. It grounds me to my purpose in a single glance. So what images are powerful for you? One thing you might want to do is go online and find a photo of that perfect body, the one that you saw when you closed your eyes and imagined your vision for this category. Get that photo into your life book and look at it constantly. Picture it as you. Visualize it and hold it in your mind like you were a little kid looking at something that you wanted for Christmas. Because if you do that often enough, if you're emotionally connected enough to that photograph, you're going to start to move toward it. And you'll eventually be able to replace that photo with a picture of yourself. Another way to create a deep emotional connection is by using empowering quotes that really move you. On the first page of my health and fitness chapter, I have that quote by Emerson that I mentioned earlier. The first wealth is health. Now, this isn't just another pretty little quote in my life book. It has deep personal meaning for me. A few years ago, my mom was diagnosed with terminal cancer, and she was given 6 months to live. She hung on for almost 2 years, and those years were tough. The situation took a huge toll on everyone in my family. My mom died too young, and we all saw up close and personal what happens when someone loses their health. To say that that's an emotional connection for me is an understatement. So if I'm tired, if I don't really feel like getting up and going for a run, if I'm busy, if I feel like binge snacking on some junk, the emotional connections in my life book, they change my story, and they do it instantly. They get me back on track. So what you want to do is you want to make your life book as emotional as you possibly can by choosing quotes and photos that speak to you at a deep personal level and keep you on track. Okay, it is time for you to take your health and fitness chapter home now. Now remember, this does not have to be perfect. If you really bond with your life book, and if you use this powerful personal development tool properly, you're never going to stop refining this chapter or any other chapter for that matter. This is a lifelong, dynamic process. For now, you just want to really block this chapter in to the point where you feel really good about it. And more than anything else, have fun. I mean, you're ready to finish the first draft of your chapter on health and fitness. This is going to be a blueprint. It's going to be a manual a roadmap that gives you the tools, the strategies, and the motivations you need to succeed. And this is only the beginning. You're in the process of designing the ideal you. You are the author of your own life. And right now, you're writing your life story consciously, before it happens. What could be more exciting than that?